Hello everyone, I'm going to be showing you how to add an outline to an object in Procreate, similar to the stroke feature in Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. Unfortunately, there's not an explicit way to do this built in to the app, so I'm going to show you a workaround which takes a little bit more extra time than it probably should, but it still works. So the first thing you're going to want to do is create a duplicate of the original layer and select it, and then pick the color you want the outline to be. So say I want this blue color, then I'm going to hit fill layer on the bottom layer, and we have a solid color version of that original layer. Now what I want to do is blur it a little bit, and the size of the blur depends on how big you want the outline to be. So say I want kind of like a smallish medium outline, I'll do 5%. And the next thing we're going to want to do is, before we can make the outline, we're basically just going to duplicate this blur a little bit so the outline can be more solid. And once we have around kind of a more solid blur than just having one layer of blur, we're going to hit the select button and select outside of the blur. And as you can see, there's kind of starting to be a little outline around the image. And unfortunately, this isn't quite as clean of a method as is probably preferable. We're going to have to go in and select the little gaps if your image is kind of complicated. So here I just have these 3 little gaps, and then these inner portions also have the outline. And the next thing we're going to do is hit Invert. And here we have the original image, but an outline surrounding it if we fill it in. So what we're going to do is hit fill layer, and boom, we have an outline.